We do have on the horn right now Erie County Sheriff Paul Sigsworth joining us now. Sheriff Paul, do you hear me?
I do. Hi, Lena. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Sheriff? Thank you so much for giving
Good.
us your time. So we just announced that Erie County, as well as Huron County, is moving to a level 3 snow emergency starting at 2 p.m. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay,
That's correct.
tell everybody what that means.
Well, what that means is that non-essential travel is prohibited. We're asking that folks be aware that we have pretty significant uh, drifting and snow cover on our roads.
Cool.
And so we ask folks, if at all possible, to avoid any travel after 2 p.m.
So we were talking about, some of the rules and guidelines, as dictated by law, by a level 3 snow emergency. Jessica, I think your mic is still on. Sorry about that. So Sheriff, in a level 3 snow emergency, it's our understanding that according to the laws, the roadways are all closed except for non-emergency. They're all closed to non-emergency personnel, only emergency personnel, and if you have a medical emergency too, is that correct?
Right. So essential personnel are authorized to be on the roads. Of course, we have a lot of medical facilities in our area. We know that the employees there have to get back and forth to work. We don't declare level 3 hoping that we will arrest anybody. That's not our goal. Our goal is just to let people know that the roads are very difficult to travel on. We have some township roads that are completely drifted shut. Right now, they're very difficult to even see the road. We just want people to be aware of that. And if you don't have to travel, please just stay off the road.
Yeah.
Let the road crews do what they can. The road crews are falling behind just because of the heavy snowfall. The winds are expected to pick up a little bit. We've got darkness coming on. We anticipate leaving the level 3 in place until probably mid-morning tomorrow. We'll reevaluate after daylight, let the crews get back out and let them see, what they're dealing with. Hopefully, at that point, we could drop the level 3 and we can, get everybody traveling again.
Yeah. And what about accidents? Any injuries to report so far this afternoon?
No, we've had nothing like that, and we're very fortunate. We're very blessed that the general public, I think, understands what the conditions are. We have very few cars on the road right now, and so we appreciate all of that cooperation from the public. It makes all the difference in the world for us. Obviously, when the conditions are like this, if someone does get in a traffic crash, it's going to be difficult to get the public safety personnel to them that they need. EMTs, the firefighters, those folks, as well as law enforcement. So we just hope that everybody heeds, the warnings and stays off the road as much as possible.
Sheriff, you've been there for a long time. You've been sheriff for a long time there. I know you even, you cut your teeth there as a deputy way back in the 80s. I know you've seen these storms come and go over the years. How does this rank? Be honest. No need for exaggeration.
It's not the worst one I've seen by far.
Sure.
But it is causing travel difficulties on our roadways. And with darkness coming on, it's going to be difficult. But we've had worse storms than this.
Yeah.
And, we've been through this stuff before together, and we'll get through it together like we always do.
And what is it with Erie County? I mean, is it because it's more rural? Because I know that typically whenever we see the first level 3s to happen, it is often Erie and Huron counties. What is it about that area, the geography or the resources that triggers a level 3, usually the first to happen?
Well, we've got great road crews, and they do their very best.
Yeah.
Sometimes in a situation like this, Mother Nature wins. And so we try to be very cognizant of our communication with all of our road crews and with other law enforcement agencies to stay up to date on, what the conditions are on the roadways. We've got several sheriffs that we're in constant contact with in our region. And so we just do what we do.
Yeah, as far as salt goes, resources go, I mean, do you feel like you have enough?
Yeah, I'm not aware of any salt shortage here in our county. I just saw one of the plow drivers for the county highway department. They're not spreading salt not because they have a shortage, but because of the conditions right now. It's not going to do any good.
Yeah, too cold.
The cold temperatures. We're at 16 degrees right now, and with the heavy snowfall, they're going to, just conserve the salt that they have until they need it. But I'm not aware of any shortage.
Okay. All right. Sheriff Paul Sigsworth from Erie County, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. Again, that level 3 snow emergency kicking in at 2 p.m. and likely going until when tomorrow, Sheriff?
Probably tomorrow morning,
Okay.
8, 9 o'clock.
Okay, sounds good. We'll
We'll
keep everybody
reevaluate.
posted.
Yep, reevaluate, get in touch with the road crews at daybreak, see what they're looking at, see how things look, and we'll get it lifted as soon as we can. We just want to keep everybody safe.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sheriff Paul Sigsworth from Erie County. Appreciate your time.
Yes. All right, take care. Thanks.